Good morning all. This video I'd like to solve GATE 2021 Chemical Engineering 1 mark questions. So in that first one we have, if the function cos x is approximated using Taylor series around x equal to 0 as cos x equal to 1 plus ax plus bx square plus cx cube plus dx power 4. The values of a, b, c and d are, there are four options they given, which is 1 mark question they given for us. So it's a very easy one. If you know the expansion of cos x, we can easily solve this. And you know it, cos x is a even function. Cos x is a even function that can be written as 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial minus x power 6 by 6 factorial plus and so on and so on. Okay. So when we consider this up to x power 4, so that will be approximated to, 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial. So by excluding remaining all terms, we consider up to x power 4, means 4th degree. Okay. So compare with this given. So 1 plus ax plus bx square plus cx cube plus dx power 4. So comparing 1 and 2, by comparing 1 and 2, so there is no x coefficient here. So here ax will be 0, means that a will be 0. Okay. And the coefficient of x square is b, so that will be in 1 minus 1 by 2 factorial, so that is nothing but minus 1 by 2, that is nothing but minus 0.5, okay. And coming to x cube, there is no x cube in 1, so definitely c will be 0. Now coming to x power 4, coefficient of x power 4 in 2 as d, in 1 as 1 by 4 factorial, that will be 1 by 24, so that will be 0.042. So a0, b minus 0.5, c0, d 0.042. The answer is b. It's the correct answer. The answer is b, which is the correct answer. Okay. So using Taylor series, so I would like to solve using Taylor series. So the Taylor series of f of x, at x equal to 0 is, f of x equal to f of 0 plus f dash of 0 by 1 factorial into f x plus f double dash of 0 by 2 factorial into x square, f triple dash of 0 by 3 factorial into x cube plus f fourth dash of 0 by 4 factorial into x power 4. So given f of x is cos x, given function is cos x, given f of x is cos x, we have. So at x equal to 0, when we take x equal to 0, f of 0 cos 0, you know it 1, and f dash of x, derivative of cos minus sin x, and f dash of 0 minus sin 0 is 0, and f double dash of x, so that will be derivative of sin x is cos x, keep minus same, minus cos x, so that is f double dash of 0 is minus cos 0, that will be 1, so f triple dash of x, derivative of cos x is minus sin x, minus plus sin x, f triple dash of 0 is sin 0 is 0, f fourth dash of x, derivative of sin x is cos x, so f fourth dash of 0 is 1, 1. Now replace all the values here. By replacing all the values here, f of x we have, f of x we have this f of x. F of x we have f of 0 1 and f dash of 0 0. So f double dash of 0 1. So this is minus 1. Sorry, minus 1. Minus 1 by 2 factorial into x square. F triple dash of 0 0. F fourth dash of 0 is 1 by 4 factorial into x power 4. That nothing but what we have, this is that nothing but 1 minus x square by 2 factorial, that nothing but 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial. Nothing but this is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial. Now when you comparing given cos x, you will get ABCD again same values. So that's the question. You can solve any way in both the cases, in both the ways. Okay. So I would like to solve fifth question in chemical engineering batch. Okay. So a three-dimensional velocity field given by V equal to 5x square I c y j minus 10xy z k, where I, j, k are the unit vectors in x, y, z directions respectively, describing a Cartesian coordinate system. The coefficient c is a constant. The coefficient c is a constant. If V describes in a incompressible fluid flow, the value of c is okay. So given V is 5x square y I bar plus c y j bar minus 10 x y z k bar. So this is a velocity in three-dimensional where unit vectors along x-axis as I bar, this is I called as x, along y-axis as j bar, and along z-axis as k bar. So then V is 5x square y I bar plus c y j bar minus 10 x y z k bar. So which is in the form of V equal to V1 I bar plus V2 j bar plus V3 k bar. Then this is a fluid flow, fluid velocity, the fluid velocity. Now this fluid flow is incompressible means that okay, div V bar equal to 0. So what is mean by div V bar? Div V bar is nothing but dou V1 by dou x plus dou V2 by dou y plus dou V3 by dou z equal to 0. Okay. So dou V1 by dou x plus dou V2 by dou y plus dou V3 by dou z equal to 0. That is about div. Okay. So V1 is 5x square y dou by dou x of 5x square y. V2 is coefficient of j cy plus dou by dou z of coefficient of k minus 10 xyz equal to 0. So 5y taken outside, derivative of x square, partial derivative of x square is 2x. C, given that c is an arbitrary constant, okay. So that's why I taken outside c outside. Dou by dou y of y is 1. So here also 10xy taken outside, dou by dou z of z is 1 equal to 0. So this is 5 into 2 into xy, 10xy. This is minus 10xy. So that will be c will be 0. So that nothing but c will be 0. Okay. So what we get? C will be 0. B is the correct answer. So that is very easily we can solve. Okay. So now I would like to go for first question. Okay. Somewhat lengthy one, and also would like to know the procedure to solve. So an ordinary differential equation. Okay. An ordinary differential equation ODE dy by dx equal to 2y with an initial condition y of 0 equal to 1 has an analytical solution y equal to e power 2x, y equal to e power 2x. Using Runge-Kutta second order method, numerically integrate the ODE, evaluate y at x equal to 0.5 using step size of h equal to 0.5. Using h equal to 0.5. If the relative percentile error is defined by epsilon equal to y analytical minus y numerical by y analytical into 100, then the value of epsilon at x equal to 0.5 is the value of epsilon at x equal to 0.5 is okay. So this will we used to solve using a Runge-Kutta second order method. Okay. So in Runge-Kutta second order method, the solution of is the solution is y1 equal to y naught plus half times k1 plus k2, half times k1 plus k2. Okay. So where k1 is okay h into where k1 is h into f of x naught comma y naught. Okay, h into f of x naught comma y naught. Okay. So where h equal to k1 equal to h into f of x naught comma y naught, and k2 equal to k2 k2 equal to h into f of x naught plus h comma y naught plus k1 y naught plus k1. Okay, k1. Okay. So we're given dy by dx equal to 2y that we called as f of x comma y, that we called as f of x comma y. Okay. Okay. And y of 0 equal to 1 means that x naught equal to x naught as 0 and y naught as 1 and y naught as 1. And given that h is 0.5, h is 0.5, 0.5. So then x1 is x naught plus h. So then x1 is x naught plus h. So 0 plus 0.5, that will be 0.5. Okay, 0.5. x1 is 0.5. So we need to find y1 itself, y1. Okay. So f of x comma y is f of x comma y is f of x comma y is the given f of x comma y is 2y. Given f of x comma y is 2y. Okay. So k1 equal to, so I would like to find numerical solution. K1 equal to, so h into f of x naught comma y naught. So h is 0.5, f of x naught is 0, y naught is 1. So replacing that 0.5 into 2 into 1, so that will be 1. That will be 1. K2 is h into f of x naught plus h, y naught plus k1, y naught plus. So that is 0.5 into x naught is 0, h is 1, y naught is 1, k1 is 1. So this is H is 0.5, sorry, H is 0.5. So 0.5, f of 0.5 comma 2, 0.5 comma 2. So that is 0.5 into 2 into 2. This will be 4 into 0.5, that will be 2. 4 into 0. Okay. Now replace y1, replace y1 here, y1. Y1 is y naught plus 1 by 2 into k1 plus k2. K1 plus k2. So y naught is 1 and 1 by 2 times k1 is 1 and k2 is 2. So this is 1 plus 3 by 2. So that will be 1 plus 1.5, that will be 2.5. So this is 2.5 is numerical solution. We go for analytical solution. So already given analytical solution is y equal to e power 2x. Y equal to e power 2x. At x equal to 0.5, y is e power 2 into 0.5, that is e power 1, that will be 2.72. 2.7, that is analytical solution. Okay, so that is called analytical solution. Okay, so now required epsilon value, this epsilon value we have epsilon equal to analytical solution we have 2.72 minus numerical solution we get as 2.5, we get as 2.5 by 2.72 into 100. This will get us by using of calculator. Scientific calculator will be provided us in GATE, that is 8.08 equal to 8, equal to 8. Okay, so option D is correct, equal to 8. So somewhat lengthy one, and also we need the formula for Runge-Kutta second order also. Okay, so that the formula is y1 equal to y naught plus 1 by 2 into k1 plus k2 is the formula. That's the thing we use here. Okay. Now we go for 16th question. This is multiple corrective answer. Okay. Multiple correct answer. Okay. Multiple selected question. MSQ. Okay. Means that more than one have correct answer. Okay. So for the function f of x equal to minus x for x less than 0, x square for x greater than or equal to 0, the correct statement is or are. Okay. Is or are. Okay. If f of x is some g of x for x greater than x less than a, and h of x for x less than or equal to a, greater than or equal to a, x less than a and x greater than or equal to a. So f of x is g of x for x less than a, h of x for x greater than or equal to a. Okay, so it will be like that. Okay, then which is continuous for all x less than a and continuous differentiable, continuous అవుతుంది, differentiable అవుతుంది. ఎక్కడ x less than a as well as x greater than or equal to x less than a as well as x greater than or equal to. You don't bother about these points. We are bothering about only at x equal to a, whether it is continuous or differentiable at x equal to a or not, we need to verify. Okay, or not, we need to verify. Okay. Okay, so that's why when you see that the given equation, the given step function f of x, x less than 0 and x greater than or equal to 0. So x greater than or equal to 0 is more than 0 of having 1. So this correct using of this. So x equal to 1 continuous and x equal to 1 f is differentiable. Okay, we're bothering about x equal to 0 only. Okay, so to check the continuous, okay, to check the continuous, which is continuous for x, we are getting equating g of x equal to h of x, or equating g of x equal to h of x. Okay, So now if I equating that, minus x equal to x square, so this will be x square plus x equal to 0. So that will be x into x plus 1 will be 0. So means that x equal to 0. And x equal to minus 1, we don't bother that. So x equal to 0, therefore we get x equal to 0 by equating g and h, therefore at x equal to 0 is continuous. It is continuous at g of x equal to h of x. Okay, by equating g of x and h of x, we get x equal to 0. So therefore at f, the given function is continuous. At f, so at x equal to 0, the given function is continuous. So don't bother. Now for differentiability, you just find f dash here. Just find f dash. Here. So derivative of x is minus 1 for x less than 0, and x square is 2x, x greater than or equal to 0. Derivative of this f for x less than 0 is minus 1, x greater than or equal to 0 is 2x. X square derivative is 2x. So when we substitute x is 0, both less than 0 and greater than or equal to 0, so this will be minus 1 and this will be 0, but both are not equal. This will be minus 1, this will be 0, but both are not equal. Therefore, f is not differentiable. When these are equal at required point, that will be differentiable, but it is not equal. Therefore, it is not differentiable. So, A, B, C are correct answers. A, B, C are correct. So, likewise, we can find the solution of this multiple selective question. Okay, but they are giving for 1 mark. We don't bother. It's a simple one, but no problem. Okay. And 20th one, which is also simple one. 20th one, which is also simple one. A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D are vectors of length 4. Vectors of length 4. It is known that B is not a scalar multiple of A. B is not a scalar multiple of A. And C is linearly independent of A and B. C is linearly independent of A and B. But D we can write as 3A plus 2B plus C. D can be written as 3A plus 2B plus C. Then rank of this matrix is, this is a numerically typed question. You need to type it. Okay. Yeah. This is also very simple. You know it linearly dependent and linearly independent. So two vectors v1, v2, linearly dependent means that one vector can be written as scalar multiple of another vector. One vector is scalar multiple of another vector. Okay. Similarly, linearly dependent of more than two, like v1, v2, and v3, and so on, then v3 can be written as some scalar multiple of v1 plus scalar multiple of v2. Likewise. Okay. Whenever linearly dependent means we can express as linear combination of another vectors. Whenever linearly independent means we cannot express as linear combination of that vectors. Okay. So what he says that B is not a scalar multiple of A, so means that B is not depending on A. And C is linearly independent of A and B. So that C cannot be expressed as scalar multiple of first row and second row. But D can be expressed as scalar multiple of A, B, C. What they given is D. D equal to 3A plus 2B plus C means that D can be expressed as scalar multiple of A, B, C. Okay. So means that D is depending on both A, B, C. Okay. So when we do some row operations here, means because of whenever dependent, when we do row operation, that will be definitely 0. When they are independent, cannot be 0. Whenever they are independent, cannot be 0. That's why. So when we use row operations on this matrix, so row operations, when we use this row operations, A, B, C cannot be 0 because of A, B, C, okay, are independent, or B is not a multiple of A, A, and C is not depending on A and B. Okay, means that when we do row operations, it never be 0. But D is a scalar multiple of A, B, C. So by doing some row operations, it will be definitely 0. So then number of non-zero rows gives rank of the matrix. Here number of non-zero rows are only 3. That's why rank of this matrix is 3. Rank of this matrix is 3. So it's a very simple question, but they are giving 1 mark. But you need to know linearly independent and dependent. So these are the 1 marks they given in GATE 2021 chemical engineering batch. So thank you all for listening this. Thank you. Thank you so much.